Welcome to a dose of PositiviDee. Have you ever failed in life? I mean, failed. Have you failed in a relationship? Have you failed at a job? Have you failed with your friends? Have you failed with your family? Have you failed with your dog? Has something happened where you just felt it was an epic failure and you were a failure in life? Well, you know what? You're not a failure in life. It just so happens some of us have to go through failure to succeed. It happens. It happens to everybody. And we can't focus on the failure. We just have to get through it. We have to get over it. We have to learn from it and move on. So I have failed before. So I might be on the right path now, but I've failed several times in my past. I have failed, I failed a test that almost put me in my grave. Don't know why, but when I got that F on the test, I started hyperventilating and they had to run me to the nurse's office. This is when I was in college. I'm an overachiever. I don't get Fs, but I got an F. Oh, it was bad. But you know what? I learned from that. You know what? You got to move on. I can't take stuff that seriously. It was Western Civ for crying out loud. It wasn't in my major, and even if it had been, is that one grade going to keep me from getting a job? No. So move on, learn from it, and move on. What I learned from that one experience is to go to bed long before 3 a.m., 4 a.m., get some sleep because that's the most important so your brain actually functions in the morning and you wake up before your class starts instead of halfway through the test. Yeah, it was bad. That was an epic fail. So I failed at relationships. I was the queen of 1.5 year relationships for the longest time. Then I became the queen of 1.5 year jobs. It was nuts. I don't know why, but you know what? I've learned a lot from that. I've been in the job I am now for the last 15 years, and I've been in the relationship I am now for the past 21 years, and it's awesome. But I learned something from every relationship I was in and every job I was in. And yeah, I got fired from a sales job. You know what I learned from that? Nothing the first time. Nothing. I went to another sales job and another sales job before I finally got the skinny from my dad that I absolutely stunk at sales and I needed to do something else with my life. So, but we all learn eventually. Sometimes it takes us longer than others. Sometimes we have to go through it more than one time before we figure it out. I mean, as far as relationships go, my goodness, you know, sometimes, and my grandfather said it perfectly. My pop-up said, you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince. I just thought that was so sweet. At the time, I wanted to kill him because every serious relationship I was in, I said, this is the one, this is the one. And he would just go, yeah, whatever. Really? That annoyed me until I figured it out. When I finally met my husband and finally put all the pieces together, and he reminded me of different people that I had met along the way, and I said, oh, that's why we're together. Because I kept trying to fit a square peg in a round hole and it wasn't working. And when I met my husband, who reminded me of a bunch of different guys I dated, I said, wow, this might actually be the one. And he was. And we're happy. And that's good. But you know what? We still fight. We have our issues. Nothing's perfect. We're still working at that. That's the whole thing. We are always a work in progress and we will never be complete. I hate to say this, until the day we die. Because that's when we figure it all out. That's when we figure out why we went through everything that we went through and why we had to suffer through everything that we suffered through. It's crazy. Life is crazy. When we're first born, we're here for a purpose. And sometimes we don't even know what that purpose is. But I can tell you that it's not to be an epic failure in this world. We learn from our failures and we become successful. And that's good. And you can't harness the negativity of the failure. You just have to move on and get better and persevere and be resilient. I mean, can you imagine if I had given up in school, if I had given up on relationships, if I had given up on jobs, where would I be today? Not here. I can tell you that right now. We need to focus on the positive. We're all a work in progress. We're all on a path, whether we know what it is or not. I can tell you specifically on my path, I'm still working my 40-hour-a-week job that I've been at for 15 years, and I still love it. But I'm trying to do this at the same time. And do I know what I really want to do with this? Well, I want to write a book. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to be on YouTube. I want to help people in this world get over themselves and be able to find inner peace and love and happiness in their own worlds with themselves, no matter what challenges or situations they're faced with. That's what I want to do. Will I get there tomorrow? No. Will I fail? I might. I've tried to write a book. I'm still trying to write a book. Am I getting anywhere? I think so. But I don't want to judge myself, so I'm just going to let it go and keep writing. So, have I done any motivational speaking? No, not yet. But is that going to hold me back? Uh-uh. So, I started the MS Funnies website over a year ago, and I thought I wanted to do something with that and add some humor to the MS community, which I did a little bit, but I didn't get as far into it as I thought I would because that wasn't the direction I decided to go. I decided to go for a dose of PositiviDee. Ta-da! It's just funny where life takes you. You never know where you're going to end up. You just have to kind of enjoy the journey one step at a time and figure it out. So none of us are given a script. None of us are given a yellow brick road to follow. We just have to take baby step at a time and get to wherever we end up. So, and if that doesn't work out, that's an epic fail, well, then you move on to the next one. And hopefully we all succeed someday. So, but it's all good. The journey is so much fun and it's so exciting. I mean, it's an adventure. You just never know when you get up in the morning what's going to happen that day, who you're going to meet, where you're going to be, what opportunities are going to come to you. So, by all means, if you have failed in life, it's okay. Throw it away. Get rid of it. Move over or move on. Just make sure you learn from your mistakes and your failures. And if it doesn't make sense to you right away, maybe it will in a little while. Maybe it never will. Who knows? But it's okay. We're all going to get somewhere someday. We're all going to be successful. And we just have to believe in ourselves and who we are. I love you guys. And it's okay to fail. I failed before. I'm sure I'm going to fail again. So I hope I'm on the road to success, but who knows? Take care.